Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So tonight I did a gray and white eyeshadow look with a pop of red or burgundy on the bottom with a subtle glittery inner corner. And I did a very dramatic red lip tonight. If you guys want to see how to achieve this look, keep on watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what you guys are thinking of all of these videos. I really appreciate all your guys' love and support. So stay tuned for any new videos. Thanks guys. Okay, so we're gonna grab this Kat Von D shade Light and we're going to dip into this shade right here, and then you're gonna put it all over your eyelids. Then we're going to dip into Lazarus and then put this all over on top of where we just put this shade Latest. Then we're going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette and we're going to dip into Slate. So it's a kind of grayish color, and you're going to add this onto the outer corners and kind of dig into the socket. So you're going to push into it like this. Then back with the Kat Von D, you're going to take this shade, the fourth shade. It's called Liberatus. You're going to add this to the corners as well and then bring it all the way inside. And then you guys can take the same brush or you guys can add a new brush. I just like to use this one since it already has that gray pigment in it. You guys can just kind of fluff it in. And then once you're pretty much done with the grays, you guys can either make it darker. I don't want to go too dark on the eyeshadow. You're going to add concealer or foundation onto your inner eyelid right here. So I'm going to take my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer and NW20. And then I'm just going to take like any type of brush. I usually take like flat brushes, if you guys can see, just so I can really get in there and I can pack onto it. You guys can always skip this step and just go straight into the eyeshadow, but I just like to do this because I feel like it's tacky enough for an eyeshadow to stick on better. And then I'm not going to go all the way to the corner. I'm pretty much going to stop here. But so you guys don't get like a rough line, you guys can pretty much just kind of dab onto it like this. And you guys should get like a soft end to it. And then you guys can take your brush and pretty much just brush it out and like buff it out. But this is pretty much how I end it. And if you guys want it to be wider, you guys can add more, but I tend to just leave it like this. And before you guys go and buff it, let it dry a little bit, because if you go straight into it with the brush, it's going to leave a dark line there, so kind of let it dry. Then you can take your palette again and then dip back into Slate and then buff that out. Then we're going to dip back into this one and we're going to get this white shade, and it is the color Succubus. So put this all into your inner corner with the same brush you use with your concealer, just because you have the concealer color on it, and then just pack it all in there. Then we're going to dip into this white right here, which is Cellulose. So it's kind of like a whiter white than the one we just used. And then just dip this into the inner corners, and then just kind of halfways to where you put the other color on top of that. So I'm doing my foundation and I already did my concealer. So I pretty much take my beauty blender, and when I'm like blending and stuff, I pretty much use, like, if you guys can see, it's a flat surface. So you guys use it and you make your eyeliner sharp. I did mine a little too high up, so I take the same brush we've been using to blend and stuff, and I pack more of that same shade, Liberatus, and we pretty much add it more onto here. And then I take this super fluffy elf brush and then I start blending even more to buff it out so you don't have a sharp line. And you guys keep on adding or just leave it like that. I just like to keep on adding so it looks like even and into like the same shape. So I did my foundation and everything off camera. So now we're going to do our under eye. So I like to always do everything that goes underneath my face, like on top of my face, like foundation and stuff, before I do my under eye. So I want to do a reddish burgundy-ish color underneath. So I'm going to go in with this Para Mi blush, but I use it as a eyeshadow, and it's in the shade 347 or 847. It's super faded, but it's supposed to be a blush, but it's this really pretty red. And you're gonna put this all underneath, and you guys can use any type of brush. I like to use a really small brush, and it's something like this. It's another e.l.f. brush, and then pretty much just buff it all the way inside and then take it down, and then pretty much, yeah. And then if you guys feel like your eyeshadow went a little bit too far down, take the same beauty blender you were using to do your concealer, and don't add anything on it, but just pretty much kind of go underneath to kind of blend it and push it in the skin, and then it'll kind of take away some of that color that you went too far below. Then with the same brush, we're going to dip into this LA Girl Colors palette, and then we're going to dip into this red color right here, the shade Dynamo, and then same thing, push it underneath and then just buff it out. Then while I let this bake, I'm going to take, it's not much of a sparkle, like loose glitter, it's just kind of like, I don't know where I got this. My mom used to use makeup, and I'm pretty sure they're like Jafras, or I don't know what the hell they're called, but they're like loose glittery stuff, eyeshadows. So I'm just gonna take this and then pretty much put it in my inner corner. So I just took a little bit, and you're gonna put it inside on your inner corner. Done. I added my lashes, I added mascara on the bottom, and I did tight line my eye waterline with a black pencil liner. Then you can do your highlights, or choose whatever highlight you want. I'm gonna skip through that, and then we're gonna head on to, then we're going to outline our lips. So lip line our lips with this Italia ultra fine lip liner in shade 722 Cocoa. So yeah, just line your lips. Then we're going to take our Suavecita lipstick lip gloss in the color Velour Matte. So you're just gonna put this all over. I love how this smells. Then when I wear red lipstick, I like to use my foundation and kind of outline it just to make it a little bit cleaner. You guys don't have to do that, but I like to do that. You said you love me, you're a liar, 'cause you never, ever, ever. What? You guys should see the looks my husband is giving me right now. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because you look scrumptious.